Bobo C. Tiberius with a recap of Budget Black-White Sisters. I'm going to say it, the discard creatures did nothing for me. I really wasn't a fan. I misused them in the burn matchup just now. There is that. I probably should have cast that Tidehollow Sculler before they did something, or before I started doing stuff, and that would have got me there. But even still, that's just such a fringe play, and they're so bad in that particular matchup. They ended up just not being very strong. I think if you're trying to do that, you really want a non-budget version of this deck that is able to play Inquisitions, able to play Thought Seizes. Other than that, I had a blast with the deck. We went 2-3. The Whitemane Lion and Kor Skyfisher plays ended up being really, really, really fun. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to make a non-budget stream with some better sideboard cards. Our sideboard was pretty weak. The only thing I really enjoyed with the sideboard, the Damping Spheres are fine. The Rest in Peace, the Remorseful Cleric was never very good. Burrenton Forge-Tender was fine. Kataki didn't come in. Despark and Anguished Unmaking came in more than anything else. So they ended up being more relevant to run the black than the other stuff. Dusk Dawn was good. Dusk Dawn won us against elves, I think. My vision for where this deck goes from here, we cut the 6 discard creatures. We get another land in there potentially, though we were pretty cozy with 20 lands. And we just go back to mono white, probably for 3 or 4 Serra Ascendants and a Martyr of Sands or 2. Maybe even just go to 21 lands, Squadron Hawks, and a 4th Archangel. Could be the play. I am very curious about Sorin's Solemn Visitor, but every card that that Bugler doesn't hit does end up making the deck a little worse. So Bugler is a very good asset in the card, especially with the Oketra's Monument. There is a part of me that says if we cut the Thunes entirely, we can go down to 19 lands and then have Squadron Hawk, Serra Ascendant, and Martyr and have a very classic list. We might end up trying that. I do just think Archangel of Thune is such a powerful, powerful card. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. My next one I do think will be a mono-white list. This kind of reignited my spark to play Soul Sisters here. So I think we're going to mess around with that for a little bit and see how we do. But a lot of fun with the hyper budget list. I think it's still very possible to do this list hyper budget without the discard spells. Just running Squadron Hawks honestly would be just as good. Running Martyrs is just as good. I'll have to check how expensive. Let's take a quick look at what Serra Ascendant is running and see if it keeps it hyper budget. That's my Facebook. So MTGO Traders has Serra Ascendant for 60 tickets, or 0.6 tickets. So you can still run this hyper budget with a mono white list. So maybe we try that. I don't know. I do think sideboards are so important that it's hard to justify, but maybe we do that. I think we will be playing with this deck for quite a bit in May, just kind of messing around with it. The deck's just so fun, and doing aggro things is just so incredibly fun sometimes. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. This was Hyper Budget Black-White Soul Sisters. Overall verdict is just play a more traditional Soul Sisters list. The Kor Skyfishers and the Whitemane Lion are great. I think those can stay in for sure. The discard spells were weak. Very, very weak. Black ends up being better for the Desparks and the Anguished Unmakings. I'll see you in the next one. Have fun.